Goeiemorgen, good morning, Sawubona. Hi, morning everybody. Take it everybody can hear me clearly. I need to actually get all 11 languages done. Yeah, Easter and Garrett, hey, it's cold this side as well, hey? But we'll just refer to it as a crisp spring morning. I think that sort of sounds more poetic than it's cold. Great. Okay, sound is good. Wonderful. Okay, great. Remember, if you want to just agree with anything, remember on your bottom right hand side of your screen, on there's a little button called status. It looks like an emoji, and you can just go and click there. There's a little thumbs up or a smiley face or whatever. Or if you get angry with me, which I really don't want to see, you can send me an angry face. But all the statuses are there. All right, so that if you don't want to type in, oh, lovely weather in Durban. Thank you, Roy. Sunny PE. Right. Port Elizabeth. Okay. Qabeha. Is that how you say it? I need to really practice my pronunciation. Right. Okay, so if everybody can hear me clearly, we are ready to start. I see there's a whole whack of new names. So a warm welcome to those of you that are new to the MCLU circuit for today. My name is Lettie Janse van Vuuren, and I'll be your facilitator for the next powerful 2 hours. The pace that we keep in this webinar is quite hectic. As you normally know, we've got a lot of stuff to work through, and I try and bring you all the updates. All right, it's an information sharing seminar, so it's not that we do any amount of training on topics. I have given you a lot of source documents, which you are more than welcome to refer to. And then on my slides, what I normally try and do is I've got every single topic on there with a little summary. Okay, I'll try and give you if I can give you a one-liner summary. I'm big on one-liners, so I've tried to give you that as well. All right. Does everybody have these slides? You should have already been able to download them either from the shared files on your right-hand side, okay, or if you went before you went into the webinar, there was a little download button where you were able to download the slides that I'll be using for today. All right, so but let's get cracking. I'm glad all the sound is fine. If you have any issues with sound during the webinar, feel free to send us just a quick I can't hear or whatever. And especially, I'm asking you nicely if my screen doesn't change. I do screen sharing so that I can show you in the documents or show you in a guide or whatever if I want to refer to something specific. And sometimes my blonde brain forgets to go out of screen sharing mode or go into screen sharing mode. So just because we've got a live webinar, it's quite nice because you guys can remind me of my blonde moments, right? Which I don't take offense to. Okay, so let's then get started. We've said we're dealing with all the updates during the month of August or for the month of August, right? We do try and stick to those cutoffs, but sometimes it does overlap ever so slightly. Okay, so there's my picture and a bit of a blurb about me doing what I do in terms of webinar hosting. Mostly, I'm doing webinar hosting and then consulting to audit firms and accounting firms as well. I'm responsible for the MCLU, which is our monthly compliance and legislation updates, which is today's webinar. And then as you know, Karen and I work together, and she does every alternate month, and then I do that as well. We do that for continuity purposes. And then if you have any questions during the webinar, we'll deal with them as we go along. So let's just quickly deal through. If we have a quick look at what's on the agenda, you guys will recognize the fact that we have our table of contents with the different topics. All right. These are all the different topics that we deal with. And you'll see for accounting, we've just got one item this month. Karen had quite a lot last month, so there wasn't much meat on this month. Under auditing, I've got a whopping 6 items there. Company secretarial update, 5 items. Excuse me. COVID-19, we've got nothing. I didn't want to put in that, oh, the national disaster date's been extended until the 15th of October. What we've gone down to level 2. It's We know that, okay. So the only things we really want to include under the COVID-19 update are things or guidelines or useful documents that you can literally use. Right. So I haven't seen any of those this month, which is, I suppose, no news is good news. Under the employment law, just one item, quite an interesting topic there. Other laws and regulations, we've got 3 items. And then for tax, we've got 19 items in terms of guides, notices, other publications, and interpretation notes, and so on. And I've listed those for you. 0 court cases, okay, in terms of in the income tax courts like that. We've got 0 ones there. So there are a couple of ones that are dealt with in the media releases, and I have included that for you. The media releases are dealt with under regulator items. So the regulator news, we've got 19 items this month, quite a lot. But you'll see as well, there are a lot of links available on the documents itself, on the slides. Otherwise, it does contain a source document, and I will refer you to that. And then under general announcements, there's just 1 item. What I would like to do is I would just quickly like to share with you what the source documents look like. So I'm going to quickly do the screen sharing. Okay. There's the screen sharing. Do you see these source documents? Okay. These are the source documents that are there. There's 39 and there should be about 50 if I'm not mistaken. So I just need to get the last couple of ones in, and then we'll make sure that we upload this to your profile as well. All right. So as you can see, where possible, I've got a prefix in there. So all the CIPC documents, you'll see there's one notice. All the notices have a prefix of CIPC so that you know immediately that this was issued by which regulator and which section it pertains to. The ASB is the Accounting Standards Board. They've got stuff on there. Companies Tribunal, FSCA, Info Regulator, all right? There's quite a lot in terms of the Info Regulator. IODSA is the Institute of Directors South Africa, and those are 3 guidance papers that I've got there from King Committee. There's some URBA ones. There's one from LPC, which is the Legal Practice Council. The ones that say mandatory vaccinations, those are normally articles that I have found, and I have put them into a PDF for you. Right. Where I've left it in terms of a Word document, don't fret. The Word documents are there for a reason. As you can see, these are 2 PIA manuals that are finally published by the information regulator. So this is our most useful piece of information for today. A PIA manual for a private body and for a public body that's been released by the information regulator. And you can now follow that. I think the one is 12 pages and the other one is 14 pages. Fine, fair and simple. And that's what they provide us with. So that's what we use. Right. Then we've got all the SARS ones at the bottom. And you'll see. Okay. So those are the source documents. I just wanted to show you that. Let's get back to the slides. Right. So that's our table of contents. Before we start, I think, I always have a quote at the beginning, and I think this is very apt. This is most definitely almost exactly how I feel after a day's work. All right, it's a new illness that they've coined the phrase, and they call it Septemberitis. Okay, it used to always be Novemberitis, and people used to get it like just before the December holidays. You started feeling like, oh, this year's too long. I've had it with the deadlines. The stress is killing me. I really need a holiday. So it's definitely moved up by 2 months because no longer is it called Novemberitis. I've coined the phrase and called it Septemberitis. Okay. So I found a little bit of background on the internet about this, believe it or not. And they say it's when you can't remember what it feels like not to be tired or not to be stressed.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.